Hey everyone, this is Stacy with SF Johnson Consulting and Construction Services. And in this short video, I want to give you some of the issues that we found with contractors in Tennessee and how we can help you resolve those. I recommend that you book a session with me, at least 30 minutes, so we can go over that, and that will grant you another 30-minute session with me for free to go over what you have decided and maybe put you in the right direction. And so, if you're in Tennessee, there are two types of common licenses, and we have issues for the contractors there because they can't, it's a challenge. Okay, so we have the CE, the contractor's exam for commercial projects over $25,000. And then we have an LLE, which is a limited licensed electrician. Okay, so that is required for electricians in counties that don't perform their own code enforcement. And so those two types of licenses sometimes confuses the contractor. Okay, and so our job here is to help you do a few things. What county is the project in? Okay, and you should be reviewing that on a regular basis. Where's your territory? Pick a territory. That way you can research, and we can research together everything about your territory. And so when you bid on projects, or you try to, especially as a minority contractor, not caught in a game where they're playing with you and they're getting a good number from you, but then they use that against you because, hey, you had the wrong license. Okay, and so book a session. We'll go through this and save yourself years of issue. I've been in this game first as a construction defect litigation adjuster for 10 years, and now owner-operator of SF Johnson Consulting and Construction Services. I'm a pro at this, and especially helping you fix your problems. So that's the first thing in Tennessee that I'm sure if you're a Tennessee contractor, please let me know if this is something that you have been challenged by, and we can discuss it. All right? Next, dollar amount limits based on the project. Okay, so you must have the correct monetary limit, 25K, 100K, or unlimited. Okay, it has to clearly state that on the license. Okay, so many get flagged from bidding out of their class. Okay, and so the license situation, not only CE, LLE, but the dollar amount limit. So as a contractor in Tennessee, how do you know your dollar amount limit? Again, what types of projects are you bidding on? Okay, you have to know that. Okay, you must have the correct monetary limit. Okay, it must clearly state that on your license. Okay, and again, if this has been your issue, please let me know. And what did you do about it? Okay, licensing delays, that's another issue. So when it comes to the license in Tennessee, we have three issues: the type, the dollar amount, and then the delay. Okay, so Tennessee requires passing exams, okay, submitting your experience and your financial statements, okay, and often that is a 4 to 6 week wait time. And so what do you have to make sure you do before you even start? Have all of your T's crossed, your I's dotted. Make sure you are ready to take that exam. Okay, and we can help you do that. Make sure you are ready, again, to take that exam. Make sure you have taken a sample exam and have passed that. Okay? Your experience. Are these people going to really vouch for your experience? And two, have you been documenting your own experience? Okay, that is very important. And there's a lot of work under the table, situations, all that. Are those people going to say you work for them? Things you have to really, really be mindful of in Tennessee. All right, so that's licensing. Next, we're going to talk about the permitting and local code problems experienced by contractors in Tennessee. Okay, so I don't know why. I'm here in California. Okay, there's not county by county, it's statewide situations here, so county by county enforcement is a problem in Tennessee. The codes, inspections, and enforcement vary, and they vary significantly, okay, a lot, okay. Memphis versus rural areas, rural counties, it is a big difference, okay, and so again, you have to know what counties are you working in. Figure that out. What's your county? What's your territory? And have all your ducks in a row when it comes to that, okay? Slow permit reviews, especially in the urban areas, okay? So permit offices are often backed up. And again, if you have experienced this, let me know. And how's it affected your performance, your project? Were there any that you had to, after spending a lot of time and expense on, had to give it up because of one of the or two of these issues, okay? Unclear requirements, okay? Many new contractors don't realize that the counties, and they give us some examples, like Davidson or Knox County, have stricter plan review processes. And so, preparation is key. Being prepared is success, and so you have to make sure you're prepared, okay? This is a problem that's with everyone. Problem number 3, which is access to capital and bid readiness. And definitely we solve both of those for you. We have programs in place that if you can prove that you've been a contractor for more than 6 months, professionally worked on the job, have your license, have everything, and you also have a project you've won that's coming up. Okay, we can help you with the capital for that. Okay, so subs are undercapitalized in Tennessee and most of the southern states. That is a fact. Okay, because in these commercial projects, right, you have to front the material and the labor, but then you wait 60 days to get paid. Okay, so that's difficult. But again, if this is your experience there, get out of that mindset, because there is a solution, especially today. There's so much money for construction projects out there today. Okay, so make sure you're talking to the right people. Stay away from the wrong people. Okay, there's no hookups here that you need. Okay, get some consultation. Give me 30 minutes. Yeah, it's not free. But anything worth anything is never free. Okay? Nothing's free. They may tell you it's free, but you're going to pay in time and experience and back-breaking labor, most likely. Okay? Another thing, no estimating support in Tennessee. Well, you already know we got that covered. Whether you want us to do it, you want us to teach you how to do it, whether it's a workshop or a 10-week, 15-week program, whether you signed up monthly to get monthly estimates, samples from me recorded with quizzes, then you can do that. But yeah, no estimating support means you're having problems with some of the other stuff above. Because if you don't know how to properly do your estimate, how do you know the value of the project? So how do you know what your permit requirement is? It's a catch-22, people, Tennessee, okay? And it's in place for a reason. No estimating support. Call me, reach out, learn on your own. Let me do it. We can do it, because all you need to do is win one, let alone 5 or 6, okay? Limited bonding options. That's another thing. You struggle out there to qualify for bonds. And it's, it's a game. Okay, people? I'm 60 years old. And I've been in 15 of them, and 10 before that trying to insure you. Okay? It's a game. Okay? It's all a game. And you have to know how to play the game. Okay? You struggle to qualify for these bonds. One of my good clients, I swear to God, he's gone now, because he needed a $2 million bond because he had $2 million skills. But of course, he didn't have the bonding capability. But who had it? Oh, the big gangsters, and they'll back it for him. I haven't heard from him since. Okay, so if you can't get your own bond, you can't perform that work. Okay, so work on that. Don't have to no, because you'll come up missing too. Certifications and business development, Tennessee, and you're not alone. It's in Florida. It's in Georgia. It's in South Carolina. It's in Alabama. It's in Mississippi. It's in Louisiana. And it's in Tennessee. Certifications and business development, very few apply. Very few of you people apply for the DBE and MBE. Even though, like I say, even though every Department of Transportation in every state across the country requires minorities on the public jobs. So don't get mad you see tons of Hispanics on a public job, because they require it. Okay, you have no help navigating that thing. Most minorities like me, get some help. Quit listening to people. Quit trying to get a hookup. Quit listening to the only one not black guy in the county that's giving everybody work, because he knows how the game is played. And he knows you do not. Okay? That's the least you could do for your family, being a minority in this country trying to survive. That's the least you can do, is get that minority status. Okay, because if you know who, if he could take it from you, he would. Okay? And along with that, you guys get no help at all navigating state or city vendor portals. What is a state or city vendor portal? That is a place where your state and your city says, here's a whole bunch of money. These are the services I need. Who can provide them for me? That's what your state and city vendor portal is. Okay? So if you are in Nashville, if you are in Chattanooga, if you are in Knoxville, each one of those have different vendor systems. And so you, as one contractor in Tennessee, have to put yourself in each one of those. And don't be afraid to get advice from a black woman. That's half the problem. Okay? Racism and white supremacy is so expensive. You don't want to get help from a black person because she's black. You can't get help from a white person because you're black. Let's just stop all of that. Lack of awareness, here's another thing that's under Tennessee. And really, it don't make a difference if you're black and white, black or white. I meet non-minorities that have these same problems. And they're mad at the one Hispanic that came from nowhere taking advantage of all of them. Let's stop that. It's ignorance and it's expensive. Okay? Now, lack of awareness of mentorship and training programs in Tennessee. Like Tennessee's Governor's Office of Diversity, Business, Enterprise, GO DBE. That's what that's called. How many of you out there in Tennessee, contractors, are aware of that? Okay? And so let's summarize for Tennessee, and I'm yelling at you because, if you're going to play the game, you got to play it to your advantage. Okay? Summary of your pain points, Tennessee contractor. Inconsistent enforcement across your state. Depending on the city, the county, whatever. Different rules. That's 1. 2, slow permits. 3, licensing by dollar amount. Okay, and that's very important. Missed DBE and HUB opportunities. Poor estimating knowledge. The need for capital bonding and mentorship. And where did I get this information? All of this information comes from your local business offices, unions, government portals that track this information. So this isn't something Stacy made up to yell at people in the South, okay? This is real shit, all right? This is real shit. You missing DBE opportunities, but yet, you got to go lowball every project that somebody wants you to do? That's ignorance. Poor estimating knowledge, but you don't want to pay somebody to teach you. You just want to get it all free off of YouTube. That's ignorance. So, reach out. Invest in yourself, because that's the greatest investment. Because when you invest in yourself, the person God made and put on this earth, you are investing in God. Let me just put it out there like that. When you are investing in yourself, you are investing in the best thing God ever created. You. Get it out there. This is Stacy. I'll see you soon.